family, we're thrilled to have you with us tonight. And to all of you who work for the Grand Hyatt Hotel, on behalf of the owners of Hyatt Hotels, thank you for another outstanding year. Now, some of you around here back in the glory days, in 2006 and 2007, times were pretty fat. You know, I get lectured by David Cobb all the time, how things used to be. Now, the last couple of years, obviously, there's been a few things going on in the world that's made it been a little out of our control. But I'm happy to say that in 2011, we almost made it back to that level of occupancy that we had back in 2007. And guess what? I'm going to tell you right here tonight. If you heard us just keep track of my bold promises, we're going to beat 2007. In 2012, it's going to be a great year for the Grand Hyatt Seattle. You know, 2011 was a very special year for the hotel. In July, we celebrated the 10-year anniversary of this hotel being built. It was quite a milestone. And you're going to be seeing later on tonight, when we pass out the service awards, that we have a number of associates who are celebrating their 10-year anniversary tonight. At this time, I would like all of the charter employees of the Grand Hyatt Seattle, those of you who were here on opening day, probably most of you are in this picture. Please stand up because you need to be recognized. You guys truly laid the foundation for one of the best hotels, not only in Seattle, but in the company. And I thank you. You guys are our bedrock, our foundation. So, there is one associate, though, however, tonight, who is unable to be with us. As most of you know, our general manager, Steve Visonsky, underwent major surgery on January 30th. The procedure was very intense, and I'm glad to say that it went well. But a procedure of this magnitude, there's a long recovery process. The good news is, Steve is home now, and his wife, Shauna, his loving, excellent wife, those of you who met Shauna know how fantastic she is. She's taking great care of Steve. It's going to take some time to heal him. But he's making progress. Steve is very strong. He has an extremely positive attitude. He just went into the doctor the other day for his checkup. He's actually lost 27 pounds, so the doctor thought it was okay to release him from his no-fat diet. So you know that Steve has a great zest for life, in fact, a great exuberance, and for the last month, Steve's not been able to have a hamburger. So on the way home from the hospital, he insisted that Shauna stop at Fatburger. Yeah. And I'm sure he got everything on it. You see, the problem is, Steve's body hadn't yet come up with his mind. And about a day later, Steve's body told him that it was not ready for a Fatburger. But I'm going to go ahead and guess that Steve probably still thought it was worth it. But I know if Steve was here tonight, he would want to tell me to say, thank you for everything that you do, for translating the Hyatt mission into action every single day. He would tell you to enjoy yourselves, because tonight you deserve to have a good time, and that's what we want. And you know, Steve has been with the company a long time, over 30 years. I don't think he's ever missed one of these parties. And I know it's very tough on him that he can't be here tonight. We talked about it before he left. He was definitely sad about it. But you know, he can't be here tonight, but we can do the next best thing. We can all let Steve know we're thinking of him. Catherine over here is going to film this, and we are going to tell Steve how much he's missed, so he feels he's here in spirit. So on the count of 3, we're going to say, we miss you, Steve. And I'm going to have some visual aids here to make it even easier. So, if everyone's ready, we'll start. 1, 2, 3.
us some. It's all good.
All right, well, getting on the party tonight. When I first heard that tonight's theme was going to be South Beach, I had a feeling it was Terry's idea. And then I talked to some people and I found it was true. So, Terry, you around?
Over here. How's everything?
Well, you know, I'm a little nervous because a little bit shy when it comes to public speaking, but I'm trying my best to get through it. So, anyway, Terry and the great team of Banquet CS have been really working hard all week to set up this room. So, let's have a little round of applause for Banquet. Terry's idea, because I think, well, I don't think a lot of you know that Terry and I used to work together a long time ago in Miami Beach. I agree, it's a little tricky, but that's not actually us. You see, the popular TV program, Miami Vice, was actually based on a lot of the work that Terry and I did when we were police officers with Miami-Dade County. So I think we do have a picture of that. There we go. But you know, we don't have real cops play these parts, so those Don Johnson and other guys were in there. So anyway, remember those days, Terry?
Hey, you know what, man? That was a sweet truck. Man, I remember the days. Do you remember we used to play with CSI?
Yeah, no, I didn't know. That was great because I was kind of a rookie. I was just learning the way, and Lieutenant Horatio Kane, he was a great man, so I learned a lot from him. It was great working with him. But you know, I got to tell you, Terry, I think what I like even better working for CSI was when you got assigned VIP protective duty for LeBron James. Now that was cool.
You know, I remember that as it was yesterday, actually.
Yeah, maybe
Boss was really upset about that, as you know.
No, when you told him you were a Bulls fan. That's
I was a Bulls fan. He got upset. That's why he screamed at me.
Well, looks like he's not messing with you though, so.
But you know what? It's good to see you, though.
Yeah, good to see you. Those are some good times.
Those were good
times. Yeah, we were sure surprised when we saw Chef Lopez start over here because we arrested him more than he wants. Yeah, I know. All right, well, Terry, I still consider myself fortunate to be working with you after all these years. So thank you guys for a great setup tonight. So thank you, sir. All right, just a couple more things. A reminder tonight, of course, we want everyone to have fun, but obviously we want everyone to be safe. So please keep that in mind tonight. And finally, we are going to let you eat now. I'll be back in about half an hour when my lovely hostess start dishing out the round prizes. So must be present to win. So don't be late. So, all right, Inez. Banquets will start releasing your tables when they come. You can go. Inez, vamos.